And we'll tell you how rising sea levels are changing the lives of millions. In Bangladesh, millions of farmers in the coastal south have had their lives turned upside down by the worsening effects of the climate crisis. Mohammad Kamruzzaman went to one remote area to see firsthand how farmers are running low on fresh water.
This is a remote coastal area near Bangladesh southwestern border with India. It's located in the Sundarbans, the world's largest mangrove forest and a UNESCO heritage site. A decade ago, most of the people here were farmers. But rising sea levels and frequent natural disasters have turned large swaths of lush agricultural land into salty marsh.
We cultivated more land earlier, but due to excessive salinity, we cannot produce crops like before. We are incurring huge losses.
Local residents say everyday life has become a challenge. Women now have to travel long distances to get fresh water, known as sweet water, for their households.
There is no sweet water anywhere. We have problems with eating, cooking, and farming. We can't plant trees.
Locals also rely on freshwater ponds for cleaning their clothes and for bathing. And most of the publicly supplied water purifying systems have stopped working, overwhelmed by the levels of salt in the water.
During Cyclone Aila, Ceylan water entered into this big pond. Since then, this water filter has been out of order.
This is the only source of sweet water for thousands of people of this locality because they have no other source of sweet water. But I can test. This water is still salty. But people have to be satisfied with this half salty water because this is the only source of sweet water for them. Many people have already left here, moving to other parts of the country to find work, the majority to urban areas. Local authorities have been trying to encourage them to stay.
We are encouraging people to go back to agriculture like in previous times. Thousands of working people go to other districts from our locality every year for livelihood. To protect it, we are trying to develop agriculture initiatives.
Nearly 42 million people living in 19 coastal districts of Bangladesh are threatened by climate change. Bangladesh is the 7th most climate vulnerable nation in the world. Government data says around 6,500 people are being uprooted from their homes every year because of river erosion and salinity. So far, more than 6 million have been displaced.
By 2050, you see around when 1/4 of the country will be underwater due to global. If there is 1 meter sea level rise, then around 20 to 25% of the land, particularly in the coastal area, will be underwater. That will displace, will uproot around 30 to 40 million people.
The minister also urged the world's main trade polluters, including the United States, to come forward with renewable energy initiatives and limit carbon emissions. Countless generations have made their living off this land. But without urgent action, those here today may be the last. Mohammad Kamruzzaman, TRT World, Satkhira, Bangladesh.
All right, that's news for now. Headlines are next.
Sharp to the point on the issues that matter in Europe. Roundtable shuts out the noise.